must be nice to the Duchess, though. She's a good person. Now, do be true to yourself, Bertie, and do be true to England. David and I like to call her the Dowdy Duchess. She's incredibly...
David.
Hello. We came to dine with the king.
Our own press has shown astonishing restraint. These are only Americans, but the implications for the Empire are ominous. Some of these may have been read by Canadians.
So far from God and so close to America. And I'm afraid I stopped reading newspapers when I became an object of interest to them.
They get everything wrong. David's not going to marry this woman. No, we've had her rather late on the line, but he won't cut himself off from his family.
I fear the king may do just that. I understand Mr. Simpson's divorce is set for the 27th of October.
What happens if he insists on marrying her?
If a king goes against the advice of his ministers,
You mean that he might be forced off the throne?
Mr. Baldwin is immovable on the issue. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
But this is the most wonderful woman in the world, Bertie. The most wonderful woman in the world. Baldwin has underestimated me. Now, if he thinks I will give her up, he's quite wrong. He's threatened me with my cabinet.
I suppose he thinks it's his...
I may have to go, Bertie. I may have to resign the throne. I may have to step down.
His cabinet.
What?
We don't want that, David. We don't want you to go.
Or there is a morganatic marriage. I marry Wallis, but she doesn't attend official functions, nor is she by my side. Darling. Wallace,
would you like me to... She's concerned.
You see, they're treating her appallingly. Yes, I'm here, my darling. Yeah. Darling. Darling, we can get everything. All right? Queen, Empress of India, the whole bag of tricks. Yes, I know I can, darling. With you, I'm confident I can. Bertie. Yeah. All right, darling. Goodbye. But I just wanted you to know that if it comes to it, I might have to go.
My poor Beauty, he said one day. My good horse. You saved your mistress's life, Beauty. Yes. You saved her life. John told my master he never saw a horse go so fast in his life.
Can't I stay up any longer?
Afraid not. No, Mummy and I have to...
Talk about Uncle David. I know. How can he stop being king?
Time for bed, Elizabeth. Run along. Come on. There we go.
I'll be down directly. I can't do this, Elizabeth. I can't step into his shoes. I simply can't. I won't.
I'm sure it won't come to that. But we have to consider what to do if it does.
Horrible loneliness of it. Speeches. People looking at your every move. The crown. God help us.
He'll understand what you are feeling. I'm sure he will. And I'm sure that when it comes to it, he won't desert you. Nor the rest of his subjects.
This melancholy crisis is reaching its climax. All attention now focuses on the King's brother, His Royal Highness the Duke of York, the heir presumptive to the throne. We can only assume that he has been summoned to hear the outcome of His Majesty's deliberations.
Cabinet have decided he must be absent from England for at least a year.
Are they frightened he might try and upstage you?
God alone knows. I shall create him Duke of Windsor, a royal dukedom, so he'll have HRH.
What about her?
Can't bear to think about her. He says he has no money. I shall give him an allowance of £25,000. You seem pleased enough with that. It was all very civilized, I suppose.
Sounds absolutely horrible. Horrible for you.
David seemed to sail through it.
And now?
Now? He abdicates. Simple as that. Mother, Monkton has drawn up this thing.
What is it?
It's an instrument of abdication.
Has there ever been such a thing?
I think this is the first one, Mother.
You'd better read it to me, Bertie.
I, Edward VIII of Great Britain, Ireland, and the British dominions beyond the seas, King, Emperor of India, do hereby declare my irrevocable determination to announce the throne for myself and for my descendants, and my desire that effect should be given to this instrument of abdication immediately.
To give up all that for a woman of no importance.
To turn his back on all of us. For a greedy, thoughtless, scheming, cold-hearted... How can he bow down to me as king? How can I receive his homage? How will I ever be able to do the damn job?
But you must believe me when I tell you that I have found it impossible to carry the heavy burden of responsibility and to discharge my duties as king as I would wish to do, without the help and support of the woman I love. My brother, with his long training in the public affairs of this country and with his fine qualities, is well qualified to take my place. And he has one matchless blessing, enjoyed by so many of you and not bestowed on me, a happy home with his wife and children. And now we all have a new king. I wish him and you, his people, happiness and prosperity with all my heart. God bless you all,